Jason Hull here. I'm going to be doing a webinar with Clint Collins. So in case you don't know Clint owns a property management company and he has over 2,000 doors. He built it from the ground up. He knows what it takes to go from all the stages that are challenging where property managers hit barriers. I guarantee if you're in a property management company, you run a property management business, you have hit a barrier and your growth has kind of stagnated. So we're going to be doing a series of webinars taking you through each stage. This first webinar is 0 to 100 doors. And it's all about setting up the game, setting up a foundation that you can actually grow with instead of sabotaging yourself. Most property managers have sabotaged their growth by not setting up things right from the very beginning. And so we're going to talk about those things. And we're going to get into some really great topics that are of interest to just about any property manager, but especially those that are new and are starting out. So, who am I? I'm Jason Hull. I run Open Potion, Gather Kudos, DoorGrow. DoorGrow is what you're concerned about. We focus on transforming property management businesses. I've worked with hundreds of property managers. Clint has worked with hundreds of property managers. He has so much free time. He now hangs out on like an island and runs his property management business mostly remotely, and people pay him to run other companies, run other property management businesses as a consultant. So we both consult property managers, and I think this will be an epic webinar. So we're going to talk about blowing through the barriers to growth so you can break past that first 100 doors. We're going to talk about the necessity of a website. We're going to talk about developing a sales process that works. We're going to talk about prospecting, marketing, APM leads, community marketing, fulfillment issues, what to outsource at this early stage, and what not to be worried about, right? Where should you focus your time? Because you're doing everything. There's so many different things. Accounting versus marketing. There's always this struggle early on with your owners. Learning what you are good at and what you're not good at early on so that you can build a team, which would be the next stage. Standardization. How do you do this? The foundational systems and software that you need to have instead of getting everything and spending too much money and burning yourself to the ground. Avoiding being micromanaged by your owners and establishing processes, how to do that the right way, and making yourself an expert early on so that you can close deals. So this is going to be an awesome webinar, and I recommend you register for this. Seating will likely be limited because my webinar software can only handle so many, so make sure that you get yourself registered early and you show up and get that seat. And I'm putting this out there. We're going to probably be launching something really interesting at the end of this webinar that's new for DoorGrow. That will be a game changer for people that are starting out this level. Normally, people can't afford us at this stage. We're putting together something that will be a game changer for this market. And so I hope you'll attend, and I think you'll really get a lot of value out of this. And there's going to be something cool that Clint and I will talk about at the end. So if you are interested, make sure you register, and I will see you with Clint in the webinar. And this platform is really cool. We're testing it out. You're going to be able to ask questions in advance, so get registered early. You can put your questions in and then upvote the questions that you most want to hear. And that will let us know which ones are the highest priority to make sure we focus on. And you'll be able to chat and see everybody else in there. This is going to be the Open Potion type of webinar. This is the DoorGrow special. So anyway, I hope you are excited. I'm excited. I'm really excited to be doing this with Clint. Clint and I have talks on a regular basis, and we love swapping ideas. He is the coolest guy, and I think you're really going to have a good time with this webinar. So we will see you inside. Thanks.